Listen carefully. Your desire does not sit somewhere ahead in the future. It already took place yesterday inside your imagination. If you can truly accept that inner feeling as a solid fact right now, then time itself will gently rearrange events to match what you have accepted. It will prove you correct in every way without any effort from you. Tonight, I want to guide you step by step on how to bring time together. This allows the outer world to line up quickly with the reality you have already claimed inside yourself. Good evening, my dear friends. Tonight I am going to share with you one of the strongest methods I have found in all my years of study. This method is so easy that even a young child can grasp it right away, yet it holds such deep power that it can actually shorten time and draw your wishes into your life almost without delay. Tonight, you will discover exactly how to move yourself forward into your own future. Then you will think from that future place as if it was something that belongs to your past already. You will learn how to remember your deepest wishes as things that have already been completed. You will recall your hopes as events that have already come true. You will look back on your biggest dreams as happenings that finished some time ago. This approach goes far beyond simple visualization and ordinary imagining that most people try every day. This method carries much greater strength because it is actually about building fresh memories. When you master the skill of building memories of things that have not yet shown up in ordinary time, you make the distance between wanting something and receiving it disappear completely. Are you prepared to move yourself into that future moment? Then let us start together without any delay. Before I explain the full method, allow me to point out the common mistakes that most people keep making when they attempt to bring their wishes into reality. Most people keep thinking of their wishes as events that will arrive sometime later on. They picture themselves finally getting what they want at some distant point ahead in time. They create mental pictures of reaching their targets in the days or years still to come. They spend time dreaming about the wonderful life waiting for them once their wishes finally appear. When I finally receive the money, then I will feel truly happy. When I meet real love, my whole life will feel complete at last. Every single time you treat your wish as something that belongs only to the future, you are actually sending it farther away from your present life. You keep holding it always just out of reach and always waiting somewhere ahead of you. It stays forever set for tomorrow and never touches today. The future simply never arrives in the way we expect, and tomorrow keeps staying out of sight. Only this present moment exists as the everlasting now. While your wish remains placed in some future time, it can never truly enter the present moment where all real change and manifestation actually occurs. Consider this idea for a moment. When you say the words, "I will become wealthy one day," you are quietly stating that wealth is not part of your life right at this instant. When you declare, "I will find love soon," you are quietly agreeing that love is missing from your current experience. When you claim, "I will achieve success later," you are quietly confirming that success stays away from you now. The deeper part of your mind creates fresh experiences based on what you accept as true in the present and not from what you hope will arrive later. If you remain inside the feeling of lacking something, that same mind will keep producing more experiences of lack. If you stay inside the feeling of waiting patiently, that mind will keep producing more situations that require you to wait even longer. This explains clearly why so many people can spend years repeating visualizations and positive statements, yet see almost no real changes in their lives. Now, allow me to share with you a beautiful truth that can shift everything around in a single instant. There exists a clear path to pull any future event straight into your present experience without waiting. That path moves through the feeling of the past. At first, this idea may sound puzzling like a riddle, so I will explain it gently and fully. When you bring back a memory of something that already occurred, what kind of feeling rises inside you naturally? When you recall an event from earlier days, does that feeling carry any sense of hoping or wishing for it? Does it feel like you still need to work hard to make it real, or does any uncertainty remain attached to it? The honest answer is no. When you remember something clearly, it carries a strong sense of certainty. It feels completely real and solid. It feels finished and done beyond any question. It feels like an unchanging fact that simply exists as part of your story. Think back to something ordinary you did just yesterday. Do you ever doubt whether that action truly took place? Do you question its reality even for a second, or feel worried about whether it will still happen? Of course not, because you simply accept that it occurred and you carry a clear memory of it. This gentle energy belongs to the past. This is exactly the quiet feeling of something already finished. already lived through, and already known deeply. This same energy is precisely what you must bring to every one of your wishes. When you manage to remember your wishes as though they truly took place some time ago, you instantly give them the solid reality, the deep certainty, and the complete already done quality. It stays wonderfully simple, yet you need to follow each step exactly as I describe it now. Tonight, right before you settle down to sleep, you are going to move yourself gently into your own future. You will step forward in time to a peaceful moment that sits after your wish has already been living in your life for some time. Do not focus on the exact instant when you first received it. Instead, choose a moment further along after you have enjoyed that fulfilled wish for quite a while. If your wish involves more money, do not picture the arrival of the cash itself. Instead, move forward to a time 3 months after wealth has become part of your daily experience. If your wish centers on a loving relationship, do not imagine the first meeting, but jump ahead to a comfortable moment 6 months inside that warm relationship. If your wish concerns greater success in your work or projects, do not create pictures of reaching the goal for the first time. Instead, move yourself to a later point after you have been living comfortably inside that success for some weeks or months. Why choose the time after rather than during the event? Because the middle of the event still carries a slight feeling of things still unfolding and becoming, while the time after carries the calm energy of simply being. You want the peaceful energy of something already complete, already normal, and already taken for granted in daily life. So you gently close your eyes and you make that leap forward. You now stand inside your chosen future and you live fully inside the world where your wish has already come true in every detail. This scene does not feel like something that possibly might occur one day or carry the light energy of a distant hope. Inside this quiet exercise, this future moment becomes your actual present location. You have successfully moved yourself there. Now, from inside this future place, you begin to look gently backward. You start to recall how everything unfolded to bring you here, and you remember the whole path that led naturally to this fulfilled state. This is exactly where the real power quietly begins to work. You are no longer trying to picture a possible future, but instead you are simply remembering it as something already lived. Suppose your heart truly desires to live inside a lovely new home that feels perfect for you. Here is exactly how you would gently practice this method each evening. Close your eyes softly and move yourself forward 6 months into the future. You now sit peacefully inside your beautiful home, and you have already lived here comfortably for many months, so everything feels completely ordinary and natural. From this future position, you begin to look back and remember the happy day when you first received the keys to the front door. You remember clearly how excited and grateful you felt at that time. You recall the peaceful first night you spent sleeping under this new roof, and you think about the moment you happily shared the wonderful news with your close friends. You remember the deep sense of relief and pure joy that washed over you when every detail finally came together without any struggle. Can you clearly see what you are actually doing in this exercise? You are building real memories that feel exactly as though these events have already taken place inside your own past. You are not building these memories while standing in your present moment and looking hopefully forward. You create every memory while standing inside the future and looking calmly backward. This way of thinking feels exactly like remembering something that happened only yesterday. This is how you remember your wish as a finished and certain fact. Let me explain in simple terms why this gentle method brings results so much faster than ordinary visualization or repeated positive statements. When you try to picture something still waiting in the future, your thinking mind quietly knows that the event has not yet occurred. A small doubt remains present, and a gentle uncertainty lingers in the background. Even when you work hard to convince yourself otherwise, a certain distance always stays between your current life and the life you hope to reach. But when you simply remember something that already belongs to your experience, your whole mind accepts it without any argument as solid truth. Memories carry a natural feeling of reality, and they feel deeply certain and complete with no room for doubt. By carefully building memories of your wish already living happily in your life, you send a clear message to the deeper part of your mind that the matter is completely settled. That deeper mind cannot tell any difference between an ordinary memory and a fresh memory created through this quiet inner work. When you keep remembering your wish as something already complete and done, that deeper mind quietly accepts the new reality without resistance. Once it fully accepts something as true, it begins to gently rearrange every part of your outer world until everything matches that inner acceptance. Fresh opportunities start to appear naturally, and surrounding conditions begin to shift in helpful ways. People around you suddenly say things you never expected to hear. The natural chain of events starts building itself quietly because the deeper mind now works from the calm assumption that everything has already been completed. When you remember something ordinary that took place just yesterday, pay close attention to the quiet quality of that feeling inside you. It does not carry wild excitement or nervous hope, but brings a peaceful, settled, and completely natural sense that says, yes, that truly happened. There exists a quiet certainty about it, yet the certainty feels light and effortless. This calm and natural feeling is exactly what you want to bring when you remember your wish as already complete. Not the bright excitement that something wonderful might soon arrive, but the quiet and settled knowing that it has already taken place some time ago. When you move yourself into that future scene and begin building memories while looking gently backward, you want to feel exactly the way you feel when you think about yesterday. A kind woman once came to speak with me because she wanted to bring a certain amount of money into her life for a new house. She had spent many months trying to picture the money arriving, yet nothing had changed, and she felt quite discouraged. I gently taught her this same method and told her to stop trying to see the money arriving sometime later. Instead, move yourself forward 3 months from now, where you already hold the money and live peacefully inside your new home. From that comfortable future place, look back calmly to the day the money first appeared and think about the whole story the same gentle way you would remember something from yesterday. She followed this practice faithfully every single night for only 2 short weeks. Soon she began noticing a quiet but important change inside herself. The old desperate hoping quietly melted away, and the heavy anxiety disappeared without effort. She began to feel calm and quietly certain, exactly like a person who already knows that something good has taken place. Within only 3 weeks, the exact amount she needed arrived through a completely unexpected channel from her aunt. The money flowed in easily and naturally, almost as if it had simply been waiting for her to remember that it already belonged to her all along. When you remember the future in this special way, you quietly bring time together and make it shorter. Time itself does not stand as a fixed line, but is simply consciousness, gently unfolding moment by moment. Consciousness holds the freedom to rearrange that unfolding in any helpful order it chooses. When you build a clear memory of a future event, you are quietly telling consciousness that the event has already taken place. 3 months may feel like quite a long wait from today, but once you move into that future point, those 3 months quietly turn into yesterday. What once looked like it might need many months can suddenly unfold inside only a few days. What once seemed completely impossible can quietly turn into something that feels naturally meant to be. This is simply a clear understanding of the way consciousness truly works in every moment. Consciousness can rest gently at any point in time all at once. When you deliberately place yourself inside the moment of complete fulfillment and remember everything backward, you quietly bring the whole journey together into one single instant of clear recognition. Every morning, as soon as you wake up, before you even leave your bed, spend just 2 quiet minutes remembering your wish as already happily fulfilled. From that settled future place, recall the entire path that brought you there, and remember every detail the same natural way you remember events from yesterday. During the rest of your day, whenever your thoughts turn toward your wish, never look forward to it with hope or longing. Instead, look gently backward from the place where it already exists, and catch yourself quickly if you begin thinking, I really want this. Shift your thoughts at once to, oh yes, I remember so clearly when that wonderful thing took place. In the evening, right before sleep, practice the complete method once again and build rich and detailed memories of how everything came together so perfectly. Allow yourself to drift into sleep while resting inside the calm feeling of remembering, rather than the restless feeling of still wanting. This steady daily practice gently trains your whole consciousness to live naturally from the finished end of every story. Not to keep hoping for the end or struggling toward the end, but to remember quietly that the end has already arrived and been completed. For wishes about money, you might gently say inside yourself, I remember so clearly when that money arrived and I felt such deep relief. I remember calling my sister right away and how good it felt to pay every bill without worry. For wishes about love, you might remember the lovely day we first met and our very first warm conversation. I remember realizing this person was exactly what my heart had been hoping for all along. For wishes about success, you might gently recall the day I received that important promotion and the quiet satisfaction that filled me completely. For wishes about better health, you might remember when my body first began to feel stronger again and the doctor's happy face at the test results. You are no longer hoping for anything or trying to picture distant possibilities. You are simply remembering and thinking about your wish as a real event that has already taken place in your own story. When you keep practicing this method day after day with steady patience, something truly wonderful begins to unfold inside you. You quietly stop feeling worried about exactly how your wish will appear. You stop trying to plan every possible step and stop pushing or struggling in any way, because when you remember something that already belongs to your past, you never question how it happened, but simply know with quiet certainty that it did. This gentle state becomes the deepest form of letting go. You are not letting go of your wish itself, but of any need to control the exact path, because you now rest peacefully inside the finished reality. When you release the need to control how everything must unfold, the larger intelligence of life gains endless creative ways to bring your wish into your daily experience. The natural chain of helpful events begins to build itself without any effort from you, and the perfect means appear at exactly the right moments. One sincere man wanted very much to begin his own small business, yet he had no starting money and no clear road ahead. Every time his thoughts turned toward the idea, he felt completely overwhelmed by the problems. I gently taught him to stop thinking so much about the difficult how and to begin remembering the finished result instead. He moved himself forward one full year into the future where his business was already successful and remembered back how everything had begun so naturally. After a short time, the old heavy anxiety melted away and he rested in calm certainty. Within only 6 months, unexpected meetings and opportunities appeared one after another. A colleague offered investment, and a chance conversation led to his first major client. The natural chain of events built itself smoothly because he had begun remembering that the bridge had already been crossed long ago. When you move yourself into the future and then think as though everything happened only yesterday, you are not actually traveling through ordinary time at all. You are quietly recognizing that the past, the present, and the future all exist together as one single reality inside consciousness. Everything already lives fully in the everlasting now, and your wish already exists right now as a complete reality. When you remember it as already happily accomplished, you are simply touching the true memory of a reality that has always been present. Your wish is already complete, not somewhere ahead in future time, but fully right now inside consciousness. When you recall your wish as something already done and settled, you bring yourself into perfect alignment with what has always been real. Tonight, right before you allow yourself to drift into peaceful sleep, I warmly invite you to try this method for yourself. Pick only one clear wish that matters deeply to your heart. Close your eyes gently and move yourself forward to a comfortable moment in your future where this wish already lives fully in your daily experience. Step ahead 3 months, 6 months, or even a whole year, whatever feels most natural. From inside that future moment, look gently backward and remember how everything unfolded so perfectly. Recall the exact day when your wish first showed itself as complete, and remember clearly how you felt in that beautiful moment. Build this memory as richly and naturally as you would remember any ordinary event from only yesterday. Allow yourself to fall gently asleep while resting inside that finished memory. Let the peaceful feeling that it has already happened become the last quiet thought you carry with you into sleep. Continue this same gentle practice every single night without fail. During the daytime, whenever your thoughts naturally turn toward your wish, never look forward to it with any sense of lack or waiting. Instead, look calmly backward from the place where it already exists and think about it exactly as though it happened only yesterday. This is the complete and simple method. This is how you move yourself into your future and gently bring time together. This is how you draw your deepest wishes out of tomorrow and allow them to live fully inside today. Move yourself into your future. Think about your wish as though it happened only yesterday, and watch with quiet wonder as the outer physical world hurries naturally to line up with the clear memory you have already created inside your consciousness. Thank you so much, and good evening once again. As always, I feel truly grateful that you chose to spend this time with me on this beautiful journey deep into the heart of consciousness. Please remember that you did not arrive at this understanding by random chance, but because your own deeper self feels fully ready to embrace this simple yet life-changing truth. Take these gentle teachings and allow them to transform not only the way you think, but every part of your living experience as well. Until we come together again inside this same field of consciousness, keep quietly assuming your own natural greatness, and keep living peacefully from the finished end of every one of your beautiful desires. This has been one of the most helpful talks we have shared, and I look forward to meeting you again in the next wonderful video.